Okay, Eric and Chad were talking the other day, and they gave some insight into the gun grabbers end game. And it got me thinking. I almost made a really long comment in their fucking thing, but they have, 2 million subscribers? How many people are going to see that comment, right? So I decided to make my own video. The gun grabbers end game. We're going to go directly to Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Now, one of the many lies, so many lies, that was told by the Democratic senators was that Justice Kavanaugh did not give them any documentation, or Justice Kavanaugh did not give them enough documentation. In reality, Justice Kavanaugh gave the Senate Judiciary Committee more documentation than every single living justice. Not sitting justice, every single living justice. And what is that documentation about? Well, that documentation could be a book he wrote. You know what I'm saying? They might write a book about the Constitution and why it's awesome. They might write a book about the Federalist Papers. They might write a book about the Declaration of Independence. They might write a book about how American democracy has influenced global democracy, other countries in the world. They might write college term papers, okay? They might write a legal brief. They might have been involved in a lawsuit or a civil rights case or some shit a long time ago. And there might be and they might have folded this stick about depositions, okay, questions they asked, okay, answers witnesses gave, okay, why this lawsuit was necessary, who it benefited, okay. They might have, when they are sent to a bench, they might have documentation on their decisions. I heard this case, I made this decision. They might have documentation like this is fucking brain fart. They might have documentation about, because a lot of times I have a federal judge who will sit and watch the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will make a ruling, and they will write their own review of that ruling, and they'll say the court was right because, or the court was wrong because. Okay, they might go into the archives and they might go back to 1820, and they might look up historical cases, and they might say, why was the Supreme Court right about this? Why was the Supreme Court wrong about this? Okay, they might have taught at a law school, and a lot of them did, and they might have chaired a committee, or they might have chaired the law department. They might have chaired a certain department, and they might have written out a curriculum. These are the classes you have to take in order to graduate. Okay? They might have taught the law classes, and they might have a lesson where they took a case, reviewed it, wrote a 10-page opinion on it, and they asked the students to write a 10-page opinion on it, and discussed it in class. Okay? Documentation for them could be anything that they wrote associated with the law at any time in their life. And there are justices, there are Supreme Court candidates that are 55 years old and have been involved in law since they were 18 and started studying paralegal shit in college, through law school, through federal prosecutor, through lower court judge, through city court judge, state Supreme, okay, and they might literally have 100,000 pages of document, okay, because they want to show the Senate what they feel, what they believe, and how they will be a good justice on the court. Now, one of the many, many things that Brett Kavanaugh said, I noticed this, even with all the gaggle going on with that, with the fucking Blasey Ford and all the bullshit, I noticed one thing. Future Justice Kavanaugh wrote an opinion in response to the Heller versus DC. And in the real opinion, Justice Scalia wrote, handguns are in common use and can't be banned. He didn't say magazine capacity. He didn't say the California handgun roster, the criteria for the handgun, blah, 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 blah. He just said handguns are in common use, which they are. And you can't ban things in common use. Somehow, somewhere, for some reason, future Justice Kavanaugh wrote an opinion, and his opinion was that the semi-automatic rifle is in common use. He didn't say AR-15. He didn't say AK-47. He didn't say Ruger 10-22. He didn't say SKS. He didn't say Mini 14. Okay? He didn't say M1 Garand. He didn't say direct gas impingement, gas. No, he didn't say any of that shit. Okay? He didn't say fully automatic. He didn't say Hughes Amendment. He said semi-automatic rifles are in common use. Combine that with his friend Justice Scalia, you cannot ban guns in common use. Dianne Feinstein. Let us remember that Dianne Feinstein was the proponent of Ford. Okay? She was the one that brought us Christine Blasey Ford. She was the one that leaked, or her office was, that leaked the Blasey Ford complaint to the media at the very last minute. She was the one that sat with the Blasey Ford complaint in her office for no less than 6 weeks and told no one. And if you want my opinion, she was the one that wrote the Blasey Ford complaint. Because if you ever seen Blasey Ford talk, the woman can't even fucking walk and chew gum. How she got a PhD is beyond me. The woman is a fucking gaggle of ugh. She when they were swearing her in, she literally they had to teach her to hold her hand up to swear herself in. Okay, she didn't know how to do this. Or this. I'm sorry, I'm this. Okay, raise your right hand. Yeah, you gotta raise your right. Oh, okay. She couldn't even fucking do this without being taught. Okay, so if you think that she's gonna go back to July of 1982, I was at a party. Okay, trust me when I tell you, she had help writing that. And I'm willing to bet the mortgage that Feinstein was the catalyst. I'm willing to bet that Feinstein either wrote it for her or had her plot it out. But Feinstein was involved in that writing. Trust me, she was. Okay. And it was because of the semi-automatic reference he made. Now, they were going to do all that shit anyway. They were going to say something anyway. But the reason why they were so determined to stop him was because of the reference he made to semi-automatic rifles. That was the reason. Because in their mind, their perception, he could sit on the Supreme Court. They could get a gun case, and they're going to get a gun case this year from New York City. He already voted yes to hear it. Okay, 4 justices need to vote to hear the case. He was one of the 4 that voted on it, to hear the case. Okay, and they're going to hear it very soon about New York City carry laws or New York City gun possession. They're going to hear that very soon. Okay, so you got one gun case lined up. And the perception is if he gets on the court and writes an opinion about this or that, it will affect their future plans. Now, what are their future plans? Dianne Feinstein is 86 years old. She is 2 years older than my father. And my father can barely stand up these days. He has bad legs. Okay? Her current term will not end until she is 91 years old. This is the plan. You heard it here first. Dianne Feinstein is hoping, and she has that gun control bill already on her desk. And she waits around every couple of years. Okay. Dianne Feinstein already has the gun law written. She doesn't even bother to hide the fact that she does. And she tries to sneak it in every single chance she gets, sometimes several times a year. You've seen it, don't lie. The gun control ban, if it's brought back to federal level, will be worse than 94. The gun control ban, if it's brought back to federal level, will be worse than the states have it now. Yes. She is planning that one day the Supreme Court will have a 5-4 majority left swing, which means at least 5 justices, if not more, that believe that they should write the laws they want to write. Okay? Breyer, Ginsburg, or Sotomayor, and Kagan already believe that. They believe they should write the laws they want to write. You know why Sotomayor is on the court? I'll tell you. Somewhere in New York State, a guy had a pair of nunchucks on his wall. And how a cop saw them, I will never know. Maybe the cop rang the bell and said, sir, did you hear a loud noise an hour ago? It was a shooting. Or maybe the cop rang, I don't know, but for some fucking reason, a guy had a pair of nunchucks on his wall. And he was arrested and charged. And Judge Sonia Sotomayor ruled, I think it might have been New York City, big fucking surprise, because she's from that area. Justice Sonia Sotomayor ruled that nunchucks are not protected by the Supreme Court. The joke is that law has already been repealed, and nunchucks are legal now here. But that was the reason they put on the court, because she had a sitting precedent where she was willing to vote against weapon laws. And they're hoping that one day there will be a minimum of 5-4 split against the Second Amendment. Okay, 2 Supreme Court justices have said verbally their dream is to repeal the Second Amendment. 1, Justice Stevens, just died this week. 1, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, still sits. Okay? They want to get a minimum of 5-4 left-wing swing on the court. They want to control the White House, the Senate, and the Congress. They want to put Dianne Feinstein's gun control bill in. They know for a fact gun owners will sue the federal government. They know for a fact that we'll get to the Supreme Court. And they want to make sure that there's a 5-4 split to the left, so that they rule that all gun laws are constitutional. And they're going to put no more fucking off pistol grips. They're going to put a semi-automatic ban in. And they want to make sure that when it gets to the highest court, it's upheld. That's their plan. And this was their plan with Kavanaugh. They honestly believe in their fucking delusional minds that the American people support them wholeheartedly. Okay? They believe the American people want illegals to come here. They believe the American people want illegals to have more rights than they do. They believe the American people want to pay for everything in the fucking world. And they believe the American people want to have lifetime abortions. And they believe the American people want all gun laws repealed. All guns banned. Sorry, all guns banned. Okay? And in their fucked up brains, they honestly believed they were going to take the Senate in November, have the new Senate, majority Democrat, sworn in January, and take the White House in 2020. Here was the plan. Keep delaying Kavanaugh. That's why they wanted to bring all 4 witnesses in and question them individually, and they wanted to keep it going. That's why they wanted 6 million documents printed. Mm-hmm. Okay, keep the Kavanaugh hearing going until November. Have a Democratic majority sweep the Senate. Keep the Kavanaugh hearing going until January. New senators sworn in throughout Kavanaugh. Keep the Supreme Court vacant for that seat and have an 8-justice court from January to this year until January of 2021 when the new president is sworn in. New president gets sworn in, put a fanatical liberal in that seat. That was their goal. Justice Kennedy had already stepped aside because a lot of times a justice doesn't want to leave unless the president is in line with him or her. That means if you have a fanatical, ultra nutbag liberal president, the fanatical, ultra liberal nutbag justices will retire so they can be replaced by other nutball liberals. If you have a justice that believes to follow the Constitution, that believes that he is serving the American people, not a master, he will retire when a Republican is in office because a Republican will most likely replace him or her with another conservative, originalist that will follow the law. Okay? And Justice Kennedy had already retired. He was already gone. So that was their chance. They were literally planning on delaying this justice nomination from last summer to 2 Januaries from now. That's how they were going to do that. They were going to have an 8-justice court for 2 years and 8 months, about. That was their goal. Keep him out of the court, put a nutbag liberal in, pass gun control, have the gun control get to the high court and be upheld. That's the goal. That's why they want the court. They want the court to be able to rubber stamp their gun laws. And their gun laws include semi-automatic rifles. Yes, not pistol grip, not butt stock, no. The semi-automatic rifle, they want it banned. They want it banned. No more 9mm this, no more 22 caliber that. They want it banned. And say whatever other magazine capacities. There are some senators and presidential candidates that have said their goal is to get the Heller and McDonald cases repealed. They want to bring those cases back to the court and argue them again and have the court ban handguns. That's the end game. The end game is to control the court, because if they control the court can rubber stamp all their shit. And Dianne Feinstein is so drunk on her own power. Okay, she's 86 years old. She will be well over 100 if she's still alive. Because don't forget, taking control of the White House, the Senate, the Congress, putting liberal justices on the court, passing a gun control bill, having the gun control bill sued and have the lawsuit go to the Supreme Court, that alone could take 20 years. They're looking ahead 20 years into the future. That's okay. And Feinstein is still active, still in office, and she'll run again. If she makes 91, she'll run again. Okay? She'll pass Strom Thurmond if she has the opportunity to. Okay? She is so drunk on her power. She's drunk on the power that she has, and she's drunk on the power that she wants to have. And she's so drunk on that power that she's willing to break the law. She's willing to violate the Constitution. She's willing to destroy an innocent man's life. Okay? She's willing to do whatever she wants to do so long as she gets her agenda passed. Even if she's long since dead. Okay? She is aware that by the time this agenda goes through, okay, control all government, pass all gun laws, get them upheld by the Supreme Court, Okay, she's well aware that she may be dead, long since dead, from old age. And she is so drunk on power that she literally wants to control this country from the grave. That is not a joke. That's their end game. Forget about tax stamp that. I want to talk about the 14. Fuck that shit. Okay. Fuck that shit. Okay. Their goal is taking the Second Amendment back, and their pathway is the court. That the Supreme Court is their pathway. Okay. Look how fucking crazy they're getting. Okay. We elected a president. They wanted him impeached before we got the nomination. Okay, we have a president. They're investigating. They're investigating every person he knows. Okay, they're investigating his wife, his kids. Okay, his okay. They are so crazy with power. Okay, we have a president now who appointed two very qualified justices, who may not make decisions that you like, but they'll make decisions based on the law as it is written. Okay? You have a military that's powerful, blacks, Hispanics, women doing so much better than ever before, border laws being enforced, and a good economy. And they're out of their fucking minds with lunacy. Okay? The concept that you are happy, American people are happy today. They have better jobs. They pay less taxes. They put more money away. They're less afraid of their government. They believe their government is more respected in the world. Okay, the American people right now, by and large, with the exception of fanatical left-wing cities, are happy, and it is driving the left-wing insane. They are literally going fucking crazy because you're happy. The fact that you are happy is driving them fucking bonkers. It's driving them bonkers. The fact they can't control the fucking country entirely. They want to control everything. Okay? They want to control all courts. They want all control. And the fact they cannot control everything is driving them nuts. They are insane. They're insane. Okay, these illegal immigrants come here. The illegal immigrants all come here, and they know for a fact if they get the illegal immigrants to vote, they'll all vote Democrat forever, and it'll be a single party country forever. That is how psychotic they are. It is nuts. There is no more of this servant of the people. There is no more of this oath of office. They want to control you. And this is what they do when they're not in control. Okay? You ever see domestic abusers? If a domestic abuser is not in control of every minute thing, he beats the shit out of the entire family. Okay? You have dominant domestic abusing parents will beat the fuck out of a 2-year-old if their power is threatened. Okay? They want to control every aspect of the house. They want to control what you wear, what the kids wear. They want to control what the mother wears. Okay? This is domestic violence on a national scale. They want to control everything. And if they can't control everything, they go crazy. That's the game. Alright, thank you.